Section 206. Absconding to avoid service of summons or other proceedings. Section 207. Preventing service of summons or other proceedings or preventing publications thereof. Section 208. Non attendance in obedience to an order from public servant. Section 209. Non appearance in response to a proclamation under Section 84 of Bharatiya Nagarika Surakshita Sanhita 2023. Section 210. Omission to produce document or electronic record to public servant by personnel legally bound to produce it. Section 211. Omission to give notice or information to public servant by person legally bound to give it. Section 211. Furnishing false information. Section 213. Refusing oath or affirmation when duly required by public servant to make it. Section 214. Refusing to answer public servant authorized to question. Section 215. Refusing to sign statement. Section 216. False statement on oath or affirmation to public servant or person authorized to administer an oath or affirmation. Section 217. False information with intent to cause public servant to use his lawful power to injury of another person. Section 216. Resistance to taking of property by lawful authority of a public servant. Section 219. Obstructing sale of property offered for sale by authority of public servant. Section 220. Illegal purchase or bid for property offered for sale by authority of public servant. Section 221. Obstructing public servant in discharge of public function. Section 222. Omission to assist public servant when bound by law to give assistance. Section 223. Disobedience to order duly promulgated by public servant. Section 224. Threat of injury to public servant. Section 225. Threat of injury to induce person to refrain from applying for protection to public servant. Section 226. Attempt to commit suicide to compel or restrain exercise of lawful power newly added. Section 227. Giving false evidence. Section 228. Fabricating false evidence. Section 229. Punishment for false evidence. Section 230. Giving or fabricating false evidence with intent to procure conviction of capital offense. Section 231. Giving or fabricating false evidence with intent to procure conviction of offense punishable with imprisonment for life or imprisonment. Section 232. Threatening any person to give false evidence. Section 233. Using evidence known to be false. Section 234. Issuing or signing false certificate. Section 235. Using as true a certificate known to be false. Section 236. False statement made in declaration which is by law receivable as evidence. Section 237. Using as true such declaration knowing it to be false. Section 238. Causing disappearance of evidence of offense or giving false information to screen offender. Section 239. Intentional omission to give information of offense by person bound to inform. Section 240. Giving false information respecting an offense committed. Section 241. Destruction of document or electronic record to prevent its production as evidence. Section 242. False personation for purchase of act or proceeding in suit or prosecution. Section 243. Fraudulent removal or concealment of property to prevent its seizure as forfeited or in execution. Section 244. Fraudulent claim to property to prevent its seizure as forfeited or in execution. Section 245. Fraudulently suffering decree for sum not due. Section 246. Dishonestly making false claim in court. Section 247. Fraudulently obtaining decree for sum not due. Section 248. False discharge of offense made with intent to injure. Section 249. Harboring offenders. Section 249 Harboring offender. Section 250 Taking gift etc. to screen an offender from punishment. Section 251 Offering gift or restoration of property in consideration of screening offender. Section 252 Taking gift to help to recover stolen property. Section 253 Harboring offender who has escaped from custody or whose apprehension has been ordered. Section 254 Penalty for harboring robbers or dacoities. Section 255 Public servant disobeying the direction of law with intent to save person from punishment or property from forfeiture. Section 256 Public servant framing incorrect record or writing with intent to save person from punishment or property from forfeiture. Section 257 Public servant in judicial proceeding corruptly making a report etc. contrary to law. Section 258 Commitment for trial or confinement by person having authority who knows that he is acting contrary to law. Section 259 Intentional omission to apprehend on part of public servant bound to apprehend. Section 260 Intentional omission to apprehend on part of public servant bound to apprehend person under sentence or lawful committed. Section 261 Escape from confinement or custody negligently suffered by public servant. Section 262 Resistance or obstruction by person to his lawful apprehension. Section 263 Resistance or obstruction to lawful apprehension of another person. Section 264 Omission to apprehend or sufferance of escape on part of public servant in cases not otherwise provided for. Section 265 Resistance or obstruction to lawful apprehension or escape or rescue in cases not otherwise provided for. Section 266 Violation of condition of remission of punishment. Section 267 Intentional insult or interruption to public servant sitting in judicial proceeding. Section 268 Personation of assessor. Section 269 Failure by person released on bail, bond or bond to appear in court. Section 270 Public nuisance. Section 271 Negligent act likely to spread infection of disease dangerous to life. Section 272 Malignant act likely to spread infection of disease dangerous to life. Section 273 Disobedience to quarantine rule. Section 274 Adulteration of food or drink intended for sale. Section 275 Sale of noxious food or drink. Section 276 Adulteration of drugs. Section 277 Sale of adulterated drugs. Section 278 Sale of drug as a different drug or preparation. Section 279 Fouling water of public spring or reservoir. Section 280 Making atmosphere noxious to health. Section 281 Rash driving or riding on a public way. Section 282 Rash navigation of vessel. Section 283 Exhibition of false light, mark or bias by boy. Section 284 Conveying person by water for hire in unsafe or overloaded vessel. Section 285 Danger or obstruction in public way or line of navigation. Section 286 Negligent conduct with respect to poisonous substance. Section 287 Negligent conduct with respect to fire or combustible matter. Section 288 Negligent conduct with respect to explosive substance. Section 289 Negligent conduct with respect to machinery. Section 290 Negligent conduct with respect to pulling down, repairing or constructing buildings, etc. Section 291 Negligent conduct with respect to animal. Section 292 Punishment for public nuisance in cases not otherwise provided for. Section 293 Continuance of nuisance after injunction to discontinue. Section 294 Sale etc. of obscene books etc. Section 295 sale, etc. of obscene objects to child. Section 296 obscene acts and songs. Section 297 keeping lottery office. Section 298 injuring or defiling place of worship with intent to insult religion of any class. Section 299 deliberate and malicious act intended to outrage religious feelings of any class by insulting its religion or religious beliefs. Section 300 disturbing religious assembly.